Um, Hi, all. Good evening to all of you. So, we are here today to answer some of the questions or the doubts that come up when an e commerce business owner decides to launch his own website. So, how to start a store is readily available in many channels via tutorials. In fact, you will have too much information on the internet, but nobody discusses about the problems that comes at every stage while starting a website. So today we will actually see the hurdles that a business owner will undergo or will face at every stage of launching his own e-commerce website. So the agenda for today, we will be discussing in various topics: the store platform, the e-commerce platform in which you'd like to start your website, the costs involved in setting up an online store and running it, then the payment integration to your website so that the customers can buy your products, the logistics integration to the website, wherein you can deliver the products to the customers and other essentials that needs to be checked before launching your own website. So the first thing when in my experience, I have helped many small and medium business owners to launch their own websites, and their businesses are quite good and thriving now. So during this process of talking to the clients and finding out what their issues are, they have multiple questions that come up before wanting to start a website. What should we prepare? How should we have the documents? Do we need another person to support us throughout this journey of setting up the website and maintaining? Which is the platform I should choose? So the questions are many before they actually want to start a website. Some people are even confused as to what kind of business they should go to and what will thrive and what will not thrive. So the first thing that comes to a mind of a business owner is, how much do I have to spend to set up my online store? Yes, he wants to have a big business. Yes, he wants to have a lot of money. He wants a lot of customers. But in order to get a very good website and to get your customers, the business owner must be ready to spend as well. So let us have an idea as to where are the places you will be spending as a business owner. So the first thing is the platform subscription. Okay. The platform subscription is the place where you actually develop and launch your website. So there are many popular e-commerce platforms and they all have a charge. So that is the first place where you will be spending. Next, you need to have a domain for your brand name. For example, www.brandname.com. And that has a monthly or a yearly charge. And then this website has to be hosted on a server, and the hosting also involves charges. Once you have decided which platform to go to, then you need to design your website. So while designing, what is the theme in which you're going to design? Are you going to buy a theme or are you going to use freely available themes? So depending on that, you will be spending on the store design. Then once you decide on the store design, there are some features that you may want, may not be readily available in the platform or the theme you have chosen. So in which case, you might either need a developer to develop that feature, or you may need an app or a plugin which can be integrated to your website. And this incurs some recurring costs which you may need to be paying along with the subscription, hosting, domain, etc. So once your website is set up, you're definitely going to have the orders coming up, and you're going to integrate a payment gateway to process these orders. So the payment gateway has a transaction fee for every order that you place or every money transaction that happens on your website. It is from 2% to 3%. Some popular payment gateways are Razorpay, PhonePay. They charge from 2 to 3% per sales order. Then the platform itself has a transaction fee. Some of the platforms are there without transaction fee also, but one of the popular platforms called Shopify has a transaction fee of up to 2%, depending on the plan that you take for the sales that happen through the website. So now you've decided you're going to go ahead for the website. If you feel that you do not have the expertise or the team to start a website, then you might need a developer. You might be spending a one time cost to the developer for launching your website. And if you need the developer throughout for maintaining your website and to see whether your orders are in place, your products are in place, then you need to have a maintenance fee or a retainer fee that you will be spending for the developer as well. So the first thing is the platform. Yes, you have decided to launch a store, and there are multiple platforms in the market. So you're confused which one to go to, which is the best platform. This is better than that. In my experience, there is no single platform that fits for a particular business. So what happens is you need to see what kind of a business you are going to have. Is it a small one? Is it a local one? Is it a big one? Do you want to scale in the later stage? How much of customization you want on your website? Do you want just a ready-made website to launch up quickly and then move ahead? Or do you want customized features wherein you develop your own features, your own website and things? So depending on that, your platforms requirements vary and your requirements for the platform also vary. So you've seen popular platforms such as Shopify, Wix, WooCommerce. These are the popular platforms that are available, and one more is a custom website. So as I told you, it depends on your requirements. For example, you have an apartment that is completely furnished and you just move into the apartment making minor changes. So that is Shopify for you. Shopify is an exclusively e-commerce platform which gives you ready-made themes and everything is set up for you. The hosting is also done from inside. All you need is a domain and connect the domain and your website is ready. There are some ready-made themes which you can just choose and you can just integrate your payment and logistics and there it is. Wix is also a very easy plug and play e-commerce platform, but Wix is not an exclusive e-commerce platform. It has got facility to develop normal websites as well. It has a plan for an e-commerce as well. But the issue with Wix is it can cater to very small stores. Once you start scaling, your products become larger and your requirements and customizations become larger, then your website starts to suffer. So it is like having a small studio apartment just to cater to your needs with a little tweaking here and there. It's not as big as Shopify. WooCommerce is like walking into an empty apartment. You need to buy the furniture, you need to buy the design and everything, and you need to set up. So you need to get the hosting. There are charges for hosting. You need to customize your full website, and you need a developer to help you with this security and updates and so on. So it is like that. Custom website is like buying your own land and building your own house. You start from scratch and you need to have a developer who is with you throughout your journey. And then there is developer costs, and then you need to host it on a server. So hosting costs, maintenance costs, it's very expensive, but yes, it is extremely tailored for your needs. So if you have a business that definitely needs a huge tailoring for your customizations and your features, and you have scope and money for hiring a developer, then you can go ahead. So you can decide how you want to go about and then make a choice for the platform. This is a simple cost analysis which has numbers for the various platforms and the various features in which you would be spending throughout your e-commerce journey. So now you've chosen a platform, you need to start setting up the store. So we will talk about what are all the hassles that comes up while setting up the store. So what is it that you need to be ready? So you have a platform, you know that you're going to be spending so much and so on. Now, what is it that is required? As I told you, there are some questions from the clients themselves as to what to sell. So you need to know what to sell, what is the product market fit, what is the research that is needed. So all this needs to be done. A business feasibility analysis has to be done by you to know which product is in the market and what you can make sales with. So please be prepared with what you want to sell. Then the next thing is how your business is getting operated. What are the documents that is required? What is it that makes your business legitimate? You need a business name, a logo to identify your business, the domain, for example, brandstore.com or brandname.com. You need that to be distinct and to distinguish yourself from your competitors. Then, if you're going to register yourself as a business entity and take the advantages of all the business concessions that the government gives, then you need to have a GST. You need to have a PAN for your accounting and taxes. You need to have very clear business policies. How is it that you're going to ship? Your shipping policy, your return policy, your refund policy, your privacy policy, terms and conditions, these need to be correct. Compliance certificates are required when you sell products that need licenses, like food and any other items that require licenses. Then you need to have information to register yourself for the payment gateway and for logistics for your website. So these registrations and everything must be done ahead of wanting to set up your store. So finally, we come to the store design. So in the store design, you need to be prepared with what is the theme that you're going to go for. How are you going to brand yourself? What are the color schemes, the fonts? What is the content that is going to go on your website? Are you going to have a story? Are you going to have a video talking about your brand? What are the products that you're going to list? What is the product information, description? Does it have any delivery constraints? Does it have any care instructions? What are the images? And what is your product pricing? Pricing is very important when you enlist your products. So when you start designing your store, what is the basic thing that you want when somebody looks up at your website? You want the person to understand your product. It must be simple. It must be very, very clear as to how the customer purchase journey will be. And most of the purchases are done through a mobile, so it must definitely be mobile friendly. You need not have a very fancy design, very complex design, and multiple features. It can be a very simple, straightforward website which allows the customer through their purchase journey without having any hiccups. How should your products be? So every platform has a advice on how your product images must be so that the platform shows the images very clearly. For example, Shopify has a restriction of 20 MB. Beyond that, your images may be skewed, which is not a very good thing because that is the backbone of your store. Finally, you want your customers to look at the product image and place an order for the product. So emphasis must be on how the product image must be designed. Then what kind of description? The customer needs to be very clear as to what you're selling and what is it made of and what you want to say about your product. Then you need to have a good pricing. SKU and inventory list needs to be maintained by you so that you don't fall back on your orders. So this is how your product and catalog setup challenges can be overcome. So your product is set up, your store is set up, your platform is chosen, you're good to go. So for it to go ahead, the customer needs to place an order and pay. So what is it that is required for the payment registration? So it is very easy to integrate a payment gateway into the website. But before that, there are multiple steps. First of all, you need to choose a payment gateway. The most common payment gateways available are Razorpay, PayU, PhonePe. They have a registration process. So how do you go about preparing for the registration? So Razorpay has a website, PayU has a website, PhonePe has a website. So you have to go register your business over there, and there are some documents that are required to show to the payment gateway so that they approve. So now we'll see what are all the requirements for the payment gateway. So as I told you, your PAN, business PAN is very important to legitimize your business. GST certificate, if you are registering as a business entity and want to take advantage of the GST, then you need to apply for a GST. If you're going to register yourself as an individual business person, then you can go ahead without it. You need a business account because the payments has to go into that account. You need to have an address proof, ID. You need to have a live website. So you can apply for payment registration towards the end of launching your website, because your website needs to be live and running. There should be no dummy products. Your products must be authentic, and the payment gateway always checks for that. You must have your privacy policy and terms and conditions on your website, then proper branding. Sometimes they also require cancel check and bank statement as a proof for your business bank account. So once you have all these ready, then your payment gateway registration will easily go through. They will give you a set of instructions wherein you can just integrate it to your platform. It is a 3-step, 4-step process. And once that is active, your website is good to go for payments. And once they pay, you will receive the money in your bank. So you need to have a logistics partner to help you deliver your product from your warehouse or from your house to the customer's destination. There are many logistic partners that are available. So ShipRocket is an aggregator which allows you to take in the orders, choose the courier through which you're going to send your package. Similarly, Blue Dart, Delivery, these are all some of the logistic partners. You need to have very clear shipping policies, which you need to mention in the website, how many days exactly it will take for them to deliver your product, so that the customers have an idea and they don't keep expecting unnecessary delays. So to register for this logistic partner, again, there is a process like a payment gateway. You need to get into their website and register yourself and do a business KYC like payment gateway, like giving your business proof, bank account. You definitely need to give your pickup address, because that is where the logistic partner will come and pick up your product. Sometimes you need to give them dimensions, weights, because your shipping charges is based on these. Then they will check whether you have your payment, because sometimes when you process and returns and other things, you need to have a refund policy as well. So your payment setup is very important before you apply for your logistics partner. Once these are set up, the logistic partner gives you the account. It is again a 3-step or a 2-step process wherein you will integrate it to your website, and then your delivery is also active on your website. So now you have the design, the products, the payment, and the delivery setup. So now there's one cost that we did not discuss, that is the shipping cost. So what are all the issues that come up with the shipping cost? Some people give free shipping. So which means the shipping cost will be absorbed by the business owner. If you're not going to do that, then you need to have a flat shipping rate or a slab shipping rate. Slab means you need to have different shipping rates based on your weight of the product or based on the order value. So these, when you put a flat shipping rate, then this will be absorbed by the customer. So you can define the shipping rates in your e-commerce platform. So when the customer places an order, he will have the product cost plus shipping cost and will pay the total cost, and they will absorb your shipping cost. If you need to know a dynamic shipping cost, like how much ShipRocket or DTDC will actually charge you, since you do not have an idea, you have a flat shipping rate. But if you need to have their shipping charges reflecting on your website, then your e-commerce platform plan must be of a larger, say, advanced plan, which will allow third-party logistic partners to reflect their shipping cost. If you're a small business, then you can easily have a flat shipping rate and then go ahead with customer absorbing your shipping rate. So this is the cost involved while shipping your products. So now you've shipped your product. The customer does not like your product, so they want to return. So having returns on your products is very normal. As all of you may have experienced, you are returning products in Amazon, Myntra. So return is quite normal. You need to process the return properly. Once the return is done, you should let ShipRocket know that the return has been made. ShipRocket is one of the logistic partners. Whatever logistic partners you choose, you let them know that the return is enabled so that they go pick up your item, and then you go into the payment gateway and process a refund for your customer. So when you do these two, you get your product back and the customer gets his money back, and the return is easy. While doing payments, yes, The payment gateway allows you to pay via net banking, credit card, UPI, debit card, but you can also have cash on delivery. It is up to the business owner. Cash on delivery is risky and there is a lot of issues. The customer may not pay, it may be a fake order. Quite a lot of problems come up. It is risky, but it is left to you whether you want to go ahead with having a cash on delivery process or not. Now we'll see compliance. Compliance is required so that your business is supported and legitimate and does not have any operational issues. So, as I told you, please make sure you have a business bank account for all the transactions. If you have a GST, make sure all your invoices are GST compliant. Please make sure your PAN details, your business name, everything is perfect, and address as well. If you are going for category specific licenses like food license, make sure you have them and display the index numbers according to the food that you're selling. You please have your privacy, shipping policies, refund policies, terms and conditions perfectly displayed on your website so that there is no confusion. And then please do not sell prohibited items against the government on your website. Make a proper research and make sure you sell the right products. Then, when you have agreements with vendors, when you're buying the products to sell, make sure you have proper agreements, courier agreements, and payment agreements. All these, please keep them quite safely so that you have a proper accounting problems. So, some clients already have a website and then they're selling the products, but they want more customers. They're not happy with the current orders or they're not getting orders at all. So you need to market your products, market your website, let people know. Only when you market will more customers come in. So there are many ways to market. You can go up on social media, put up posts and reels describing your products or people using. You can even have influencers endorse your products. Then you can do an email campaign wherein you're sending offers or something which will again showcase your products. You can do SEO for your website so that it is shows up on search. Then you can also do a WhatsApp. If you have a known circle, you can put up your ads on WhatsApp and you can also advertise yourself on social media like Facebook or Insta. You can run ads on them. And if you want to know how your store is running, how many customers are there, how many sales have you made, how many products have you sold, please set up analytics on your website. Google Analytics can be set on some platforms like Shopify have their own analytics wherein you can go in and check your reports so that you have an estimate as to how your business is running. You can adjust your inventory according to the business. You can also be prepared for the upcoming festive season or a dull in demand. You can be prepared for your business. So make sure you have all these set up so that your business runs smoothly. So now we'll see a recap on the areas with which we have moved. We have talked about the costs and the platform that is required for launching your store, how your store should be set up or how prepared you should be in order to set up your store, what is required for the payment gateway to get integrated smoothly into your website, we have seen. Similarly, we've also seen how the logistic partner can work seamlessly with your website. What should you prepare for it? And finally, how should the product reach the customer by marketing? So these are the areas we have touched. I hope that I have handled some of the common issues and problems that a business owner uh, encounters while wanting to start a online store. But if you have any other questions, please feel free to put it up on the comments or on the chat window. I will be very happy to answer it. Thank you for attending this class. Have a very good evening. If you have any more doubts, please, you can reach me on my email address as well. Thanks a lot.